Hi everybody, Mona Kiani from Englisi Farsi Studios here in Melbourne. I wanted to introduce to you our final and fifth printed book that we had available called Virtues or Sefáte pasandídeh. And these are the qualities that I wanted my son to emulate as he was growing up, but really struggled to find the words to identify them and articulate them in an appropriate way to raise his capacity to actually use them and make them part of his everyday life. Hi Alia. And so I created this book. This one took me the longest because there's a lot of words that describe the same thing, and I wanted it to be very carefully chosen which words I used. Words that raise his capacity but also bring him to a higher level of vocabulary use in Persian, which is hard because it's quite a challenging language with a lot of variations and nuances that I'm learning. Yes, Alia, I agree. Bale درست. So I just wanted to share with you how I use this book. What I try to do with my son before we sleep is actually try and identify one quality that he used this week. So for example, I'm just checking she's not playing with anything dangerous. No, it's okay. Lego Duplo is fine. So what I try and do is highlight or remember a quality that is showed throughout the day or throughout the week, and then we go through it together. We talk about what it looks like, how it feels. It's actually adapted from a project called the Virtues Project, which you can look up and is very widely known and really well implemented in schools and Montessori's all over the world. And there was no Persian resources. I really was looking for words that I could try and find to describe these qualities to my child and raise his level of consciousness. And that's why this book came about. So for example, courage. So for example, that week we had to go and get our vaccinations, and I asked him, what does courage look like? How does it feel? And once you've practiced courage, what sort of feelings do you get as a result of actually being brave or showing courage? So it's a very practical example of how we can bring our children up in a more positive and empowering way, but also using Persian words that normally I would not be able to recollect or remember because they are a little bit more complex. So there is no age limit on these books. I guess it's really about your level of ability to communicate that to your child. So for me, when I talk to my son, I'm able to say to him, even at a young age, can we please practice patience? Like patience, love, gentleness, those virtues you can start at a very young age. Yes, bad, dorost, manam, I agree. And so, if you use that in your everyday language and vocab, it becomes part of your natural process, which is really what I wanted to accomplish by creating this particular title. So what you can do is make it a virtue a week or a virtue a month or a virtue a day. And when you're putting your child to bed, you can read them that particular quality and encourage them and empower them to say, hey, I saw that you were practicing من دیدم شما شجاع بودی امروز. من دیدم شما محبت داشتی امروز. So all of those things you can actually apply easily in your everyday language. Quick comment, a quick sentence, and it is stored away for life. And it is a really wonderful connection to have with your kid. So this one here is really a special one to me. The words are a little bit more complicated, but because they're spelled out phonetically, anyone can read them. Thank you very much. This is the last in the book of the series of our first release. We do have more coming out, and we'll talk about our flashcards as well. Thank you for your time. Like, comment, share if you have anything else that you want to add, or if you've used our books in any other way, I'd love to hear it and share it with you. Persian, pass it on.